right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another fun-filled packed racing night with VSpeed Contender Series. Brought to you by NEPA Towing and Recovery. Mean Beans Automotive with Greer and Associates. Butt Kicker. And as always, powered by Nitro. Tonight takes us to the beautiful state of New York, Watkins Glen. Although this is Watkins Glen with twist. Doc always runs the boot. So this is not the traditional track that NASCAR would run. Doc runs the track that IMSA would run. So should make for a little bit of racing. Trucks are out on the track now qualifying. Looks like we're going to have a better field than we did the last time we had a road race, so that's a good thing. Now, last week had us at, I'm sorry, can't even remember where we're at. So Texas Motor Speedway last week, Tejas, where a little bit of strategy came into play. But it was once again Mr. Hunter Kent with his dominant season going on so far. So currently the points leader, Hunter Kent, walked away with that win. And second place in points, Stephen Massey, was right behind him. So it just shows each week why those guys are 1 and 2. Finished 1 and 2 last year. So we'll see if they're going to have anything for some of these road course ringers we have in the pack tonight. So as we watch these guys qualify, let's take a look at, well, I thought I had the championship points loaded. I guess I do not. Did not send them. So we'll do it this way. So currently the points look as follows. Mr. Hunter Kent up top with a commanding lead of 438 points over second place Mr. Stephen Massey. Mr. Ryan Lang in third. Daniel Monahan in fourth. Mr. Mike McConville in fifth. Up one spot. Mr. Phil Gary up one spot in sixth. Matty Deason dropped a couple spots because he's missed a couple races. Mr. Ron Thompson up a spot in the eighth. Mr. Randy McCaney down a spot. And Mr. Doc Snout rounds out that top 10. That takes us over the team standings. With 43 starts, of course, Cascade Hollow, which are the top 3 in points, with a commanding lead over Rush Motorsports. Cascade Hollow accounts for 8 wins and 4 poles on the season. Currently watching our second place in points, Mr. Stephen Massey make his lap. Mr. Hunter Kent making his lap. What though? I look for Ryan Lang to be up there. Ryan's pretty good on these road courses. I look for Doc to be up there. Doc's really good on these road courses. So should be an interesting night. Mr. Hunter Kent to the top. Now, I've been informed that because Doc runs the boot, he's running the IMSA discipline. They are, in fact, running the new rules for the corners. So definitely going to be an interesting race because pretty much everything's new to these guys that's used to running this track in this configuration. Kent hanging it all out there. Sideways coming out of the corner. Hunter gets ready to make that final corner here. Final come up for his final lap. Not quite as fast as his first lap. Yeah, a little bit faster, not much. Let's ride with Stephen Massey now. This race shouldn't be that long. No cautions on a road race circuit here. But no more trucks than I think we're going to have tonight. I don't think we're going to have any issues. This track's not that difficult to race on. So probably from a road race course, this and Sebring's probably my two favorites. And then Daytona. This should start Steven's first lap. Currently we have Hunter, Jeffrey Price, Doc Stout, and Mike McConville has chosen to qualify. Bus stop there. I go down through the boot. You missed that corner a little bit. If you don't road race a lot, you really never run this configuration, or even some. I run some of the endurance races when they run this configuration, so that's why I don't mind it so much. Conville on the track as well. Like he's already made his lap though. Let's see where Steven comes in out here. Wow. Even at fifth. I think he's gonna call it a lap and not make one more. Kind of shocked that Ryan Lang's not qualifying. All right. I think that's going to do it. So tonight on the pole, Mr. Hunter Kent picks up his 5th pole of the season. Like we'll have 10 trucks tonight. Of course, this is that time where go ahead and give a little bit of shout out to our awesome sponsors. Mr. Joe Zader, NEPA Towing and Recovery. Mr. Mean Dean and Andre Greer. Mean Dean's Automotive and Greer and Associates. As always, we appreciate their care and support. Without them, we would not be able to do what we do and put on the show that we put on. Both of those sponsors have been with the series for a pretty long time and have just been amazing supporters. All right, truck's getting those last few adjustments in here. We'll get ready to pop it off and get us some road race action going on. Maybe a lap left. About 45 seconds left to practice. Ready to get this race underway. All right. There you have it. Time to get these trucks gridded up. All right, Chevrolet Pace truck up front here. Waiting for all the drivers to jump in the seat. Just waiting on one driver that just showed up. All right. Like the Pace truck's getting ready to pull off. There you go. Tonight on the pole, Mr. Hunter Kent in his Dodge Ram. Outside pole, Mr. Gary Price in his Ford F-150. Started third, the man himself, Mr. Doc Stout in his F-150. Starting next to him is Mike McConville in his Silverado. Next row going to be Stephen Massey and Ryan Lang, teammates. Behind them is going to be Randy McCaney and Daniel Monahan. And the next row is going to be Ron Thompson and DeMarco Starks. Jeffrey Price playing with the Pace truck driver there, trying to scare him a little bit. Got a feeling these guys are going to get stretched out pretty quick here. Hey, Gary Price did pretty good at Jeffrey Price did pretty good at COTA a couple weeks ago, so he may be able to give Hunter a run for his money. Daniel Monahan won the race, of course, so he's back there. It should be a good race. Pace truck's going to lead him back down through the boot here. Laps are long. 3.36 mile track, so luckily we have no pace laps, only local cautions. Back up onto the main track now. Lights are off on the Pace truck, so as they come around, that Pace truck should dip off. Truck's getting those tires warm, getting those brakes warmed up. Pace truck dips off. All right, and there you have it. Hunter Kent gets a great start. So does Doc. Doc's definitely got that preferred spot on second spot from Jeffrey Price. Rolls up into the second position there. everybody knows the tale. Got singled out pretty quick. Doc looking good there in that sun drop truck. Jeffrey Price fighting on the inside. Got to get into the corner a little too hot there. Doc gets right back around him. But Daniel Monahan on the charge. Daniel Monahan takes that preferred position, coming up off the boot and rolls up into second spot. Hunter Kent's going to lead that first lap. 35 more to go. Steven Massis that moved up into the fifth spot here. Teammate Ryan Lang right behind him. Mike McConville and Randy McCaney right there together. Marco Stocks and Ron Thompson. But back up front, Mr. Hunter Kent. Daniel Monahan staying right there with him, not letting him get too far out. Only got about a second and a half lead on him here. Ken enjoying that clean air. And Monahan's keeping the distance right just a little tick above a second there. Like Hunter Kent starting to put a little distance on Monahan now. Got it up to tick over 2 seconds now. Jeffrey Price is right there behind Daniel Monahan. Mike McConville and Randy McKinney right here running together. Good little race going on right there. Looks like Mike McConville just going to pull on over and let him by. At least that's what I thought. There he goes. That will allow Randy McKinney to take over the 6th spot there. Right up in front of them is Ryan Lang, just kind of running by himself. Ryan's got his eyes on the boss man up there, Doc. Still out front with about a 2 3/4 of a lead over Daniel Monahan, Mr. Hunter Kent, as it goes down into the bus stop here. Makes it look easy. We got Steven Massey then fell back to 8th here. I'm not sure what happened with him. Looks like he got a little bit of damage on the nose of that truck. Gap's still staying really close and real similar. Those lap times definitely pretty close. Hunter's laps for the last 5 laps. All really close together. right, not a lot of action going on here. Let's check a little bit further back in the pack here, and like a little bit of racing going on back here. We got Doc still currently sitting in 4th place. Looks like Ryan Lang was able to get around Randy McCaney for 5th. Well, actually, I should say Randy McCaney's catching Ryan. Was it that long ago that Randy McCaney got around Mike McConville? Doc's going to pull over and let Ryan go. That'll move Ryan Lang up into the 4th spot there. Looks like we had some issues back here with Daniel Monahan. For whatever reason, he then fell back to 2nd place, or back to 3rd place. Pretty good ways back. Not sure what happened there. That's going to put Hunter Kent out to a huge lead. Got about 6 seconds on 2nd place, Jeffrey Price. Monahan's just falling back. Figure out what's going on with him. He's done fell all the way back to 8th place now. Not sure what's going on there. That should move Brian up into the 3rd spot. Like Mike McConville's actually got back around Randy McCaney. Daniel Monahan's going to move back around Daniel. The lap front, Mr. Hunter Kent. About a 7.5 second lead on second place, Jeffrey Price. Coming across the line, lap 10, we got Mr. Hunter Kent out front. Currently in the second spot, we have Mr. Jeffrey Price. Third spot, Mr. Ryan Lang. Fourth spot, Mr. Mike McConville. Fifth, going to be Randy McCaney. I think it's going to be Daniel Monahan. Looks like we got a little bit of damage on that right front. Mr. Doc Stout in seventh. Mr. Ron Thompson in eighth. Mr. DeMarco Starks in ninth. It does appear that Stephen Massey has retired. I know they call us Watkins Glen, but it's actually in Dix, New York, southwest of the village of Watkins Glen. It's at the the southern tip of Seneca Lake. Now, of course, this track's had a variety of different kind of cars on it: NASCAR, Trans Am, Can-Am, IMSA, IndyCar, and the World Sports Cup Championship, World Sports Car Championship. It also hosts a bunch of music festivals there. Of course, the present course that they're currently running on right now has actually been in use since 1992. Now, as far as the NASCAR guys are concerned, the NASCAR qualifying, or the Cup Series for qualifying, Marcus Ambrose has got the fastest lap in 2014. The fastest race is William Byron, 2023 for the Cup. The fastest Xfinity at the time, which is currently now the O'Reilly Series. William Byron are also in that, as well as the qualifying. Now the old circuit, Terry Labonte had it in the Xfinity Series. And as far as the truck is concerned, Christopher Bell. Hunter Kent with a huge 9-second lead at this point. 12 laps in with 25 to go. bit back here. Still a nice little race going on here. Daniel Monahan trying to march back up through the front there where he had like maybe he had an off-track incident. Got some damage on that right front nose there. Like he was able to actually get back around third place Ryan Lang. Still Mike McConville right there with him as well. Hunter and Jeffrey Price both at a different zip code at this point. Hunter currently has a 24-second lead over third place Monahan. Mike McConville was able to get around Ryan Lang for fourth. Mike's got a good run going tonight. Mike's been nice and steady. Nothing wrong with that. Mike McConville in that Rowdy Bush throwback. Still up front, Mr. Hunter Kent on cruise control for his 5th win of the season. While these guys are being good, go ahead and give a little more love to our amazing sponsors. All right, as we come around this time, let's take a ride with Hunter for a lap. All right, goes down into that first corner, and this is where the new rules take place. Now, of course, the new track has tires right there now. Up through the S's. Feathering that throttle, trying to keep good momentum. Down the short chute here into the bus stop. Out of that, make his way down into the boot. ready to make his way back up onto the track. All right, down into the final corner here. And that's what it's like to do a lap with our current points leader and champion, Mr. Hunter Kent. Got Ryan Lang and Brandon McKinney going back at it again back here. This is 6th and 7th. Now, Daniel Monahan's been the fastest truck by almost a second for the last few laps. So he's knocked some of that 23-second lead down. Got it down to almost under 20 seconds now. But I also don't think that that Hunter's having to push it quite that hard. It's Hunter Kent putting on a clinic today. Jeffrey Price has kind of made up a little bit of time as well. He's only about 6 seconds back now. Was a pretty good ways there at one point. Jeffrey, just as I said that, looks like Jeffrey lost a little bit of time. Hunter's keeping that 8-second lead there. Monahan's done fell back to 23 seconds again. Well, let's go ahead and give a little more love to Mr. Mean Dean. There you go. All right, so we are at halfway. Still, Mr. Hunter Kent out with the commanding 8-second lead over Jeffrey Price. Jeffrey Price back to Daniel Monahan in third. To Ryan Lang in fourth. Randy McCaney in fifth. Mr. Doc Stout in sixth. Mr. DeMarco Starks in seventh. I'm sorry. Marcus Starks in eighth. And then Mr. Ron Thompson in ninth. Stephen Massey is off the track. I'm sorry, Mike McConville in sixth, Doc Stout in seventh. I apologize. At this point, got everybody starting to make their pit stops. I'm sure Hunter will probably go ahead and come in this lap as well. Unless ready to come back up on the track here from the boot. That final corner, let's see if he peels off and heads down pit road here. And he does. We can check out pit stop here. But it looks like Doc Stout got an amazing pit stop and got out in second spot in front of Jeffrey Price. We'll see how this is going to kind of play out once. And Hunter is off. See what kind of net he's going to end up with on this. So Doc hadn't come in yet. That's why he was in front. This should... Yeah, Hunter's going to pick up a huge amount of time from that pit stop exchange. Almost 20 seconds back to second spot now. Coming back with 15 to go. Still, Mr. Hunter Kent out front. Jeffrey Price in second. Daniel Monahan in third. Hunter with those new freshies on, full tank of fuel, on a roll now. Down into the boot. Like past champion Mr. Ron Thompson up in front of him here. Mr. Doc's just staying consistent here. Currently running in the sixth spot. Ryan Lang and Mr. Randy McCaney are duking it out again. Saw Randy peek out there a little bit, show Ryan his nose. Not quite close enough to make a move yet. I can't even remember the last time I seen a commanding win like this. Once again, it shows why Hunter's the current champ and the current points leader. These guys have been racing around each other pretty much most of the night. Yeah, Randy McCaney right up on the back bumper now. Get a run into the corner. Not quite enough to get underneath of him, cutting back up off the boot onto the track. Oh, Randy gets a good run out of that corner there. Gets right on Ryan's back bumper. Pushing him down the straightaway. Sedona Mendoza once again up through the S's. Down the short chute into the bus stop. Still back up front. Still Mr. Hunter Kent. Let's see what it looks like from the track. Once Hunter runs around, let's take a ride. Take a ride on the nose. And see what it looks like from that spoilers or that splitters standpoint. All right. Up onto the rumble strip there into the S's. Working that throttle. Up in the fourth gear and down the short chute. Make his way down to the boot. Back up the hill for the boot. Back out onto the track. And there you have it. That's what it's like to take a lap on the nose of the current champion. Still sporting that 23-second lead from the 53 truck of Mike McConville. I'm sorry, Daniel Monahan. Mike McConville back here now. He's in third. Monahan's done put a little bit of distance on him. They're spread out pretty good. Like Randy McKinney was able to get around Ryan Lang. Currently with 10 to go, still, Mr. Hunter Kent with about a 20-second lead on Daniel Monahan. Like Jeffrey Price is now off the track as well, too. Not sure what happened with him. That's a shame. He had a good run going. Still, Mr. Hunter Kent with an even larger lead now, close to 30 seconds on the second spot. Daniel Monahan, and third place, Mr. Mike McConnell. Everybody's just kind of running on their own at this point. Coming back to 6 to go. Deal with your leader, Mr. Hunter Kent. These are definitely the races when having a second person to broadcast with makes it a whole lot more entertaining. Still the 52 Dodge. Mr. Hunter Kent hasn't missed a lick all night. Started on the pole, led the most laps. And if I would have to guess, unless something crazy happened, probably no incident points as well. So he should max out points again this week. There you have it, 5 to go. Down to 4 to go. To go. Still, Mr. Hunter Kent out front, Daniel Monahan in second, and Mike McConville in third. Right. Hunter Kent coming back to 2 to go. Still has that 23-second lead. Kent making his way back down through the boot here. back up the hill to get back onto the track. All right, there you have it. Hunter Kent with Greer and Associates. 1 lap to go. Enters down into the corner. Makes a smooth transition. Doesn't push too hard because there's no pressure. Makes his way up through the S's. And onto the short chute. Down into the bus stop. Get his truck set up to head down into the boot. Makes his way down into the boot now. A little bit of a short stretch. Back up the hill for the final time. The last go around the boot for this run. Back up onto the track. Into the final corner for the last time. And there we have it. Mr. Hunter Kent with his 5th win of the season in a commanding fashion. 25 seconds over second place Daniel Monahan. 3rd place, Randy McCaney. I don't know what happened to the 51 truck. Must have had some issues there. So that's a nice top 3 for Randy. Good run for him. All right, well, let's see about getting everybody into the server. All right, well, let's start this off with 3rd place, Mr. Randy McCaney. His first. Mr. Randy McCaney. Good run there tonight, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
That's your first podium this season, is it?
First podium for VSpeed, for sure.
Very nice, very nice. What'd you think of running this with the boot?
I love the boot. Just an added element. It's hard to pass, but just extending that lap instead of the monotony of the NASCAR track.
Yeah, it's I don't mind it either because I run some of the IMSA races, so I'm used to running it anyway, so it don't bother me. But some of these guys, I don't think they like running these road courses too much.
Yeah, I definitely wish turnout was a little bit better, but it was still a fun night.
Oh yeah, it was some good racing between you and Brian there for a while. So that was fun to watch. I think we watched you guys probably more than we watched the rest of them.
Yeah, I was actually trying to learn. Brian was faster than me on that first run. I was trying to learn where he was getting faster, and I don't know. Maybe the setup changed. quite sure what was going on in that second run, but somehow I was faster.
Right. Yeah, Ryan's pretty good on these road courses too, so that's a pretty good one to watch and learn from, and then end up beating them too. So good job. So being it's your first time up here in the booth, we give you a chance to give out any shout outs that you like.
Oh yeah, shout out you for broadcasting these, Doc for setting the league up, Sam for race control. I know he never gets the credit he deserves, but Zader for sponsoring it, everybody that sponsored it. It's an awesome league, great bunch of guys. Really enjoy racing every week with everybody.
Yeah, where are we at next week, you know?
Dover.
Oh, that ought to be a fun race then.
Oh, absolutely. Looking forward to that one.
All right. Well, there you have it. Tonight's third place finish. First podium of the season, Mr. Randy McCaney. See you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Daniel Monahan couldn't go back to back on those road courses, man. What happened?
No, unfortunately not. No, man. I mean, so to be fair, I've never run the boot.
The boot, yeah.
Configuration of this track, at least competitively,
right,
in the NASCARs. So there was definitely a little bit of adjustments needed in terms of braking zones at some points of the track. But yeah, I mean, I had a couple of large mistakes the first stint of the race.
Yeah, I was kind of looking
really
back through I was kind of looking back through the pack, and then because you were right there with Hunter, then all of a sudden I was like, man, where'd he go? You were back to like eighth.
Yeah, I spun it out of the or through the toe of the boot, and then like a lap or two later, I like hit the grass going into the boot and like tapped the wall, and I was. Yeah, no. It was kind of brutal. But,
yeah, no, I seen that. I seen that front damage. I was hoping that wasn't going to give you too much of a disadvantage there.
Oh no, yeah, the damage was pretty minimal.
Yeah.
Like I went in for my pit stop. I only had about like 12 seconds of damage, and I was like, yeah, we're not.
What happened to your teammate Mike?
That. What did happen to my teammate Mike? What?
I don't know. He was right there behind you guys.
I think he hit the curb or something, accelerated on the curb a little too hard, and just spun the truck and ended his night, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was rough, man, because he was right there with you guys for a long time.
He was, yeah. He was hanging on. But yeah, I mean, running the boot in the NASCAR trucks, what a blast. I mean, I wish they ran this in real life. This would be way more fun.
Yeah, I think it would too. I've run some of the IMSA races here, so I'm used to running the boot anyway, so it doesn't bother me. But some people, it just messes with them really hard. So.
Oh yeah, especially going through the carousel, because you're always used to, setting up for a tighter exit on the carousel.
Right. Yep. Exactly. All right. Well, any shout outs you want to give out tonight?
Yeah. Shoot. Shout out to my teammate at NE Motorsports over there, Mike McConville. We always have a hell of a time coming out here on Wednesday nights and running some trucks. Shout out to Doc for setting up the league. We got a great group of guys here. Really, really competitive every night. Big shout out to any friends or family that might be watching the stream, and if anybody else is watching the stream, you want a VR POV these Wednesday night races, you can hit me up on twitch.tv/FittyTrey.
There you go. Well, I personally think we need to send that 52 truck to the hauler, man. I think it needs to go through tech again.
Oh yeah, I'm waving the tech card on his ass.
We'll throw that in the claimer rule on him.
Yeah, I'll send Doc a message.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to Dover next week, so a little bit of a different scenario than you guys have raced this season. So, how you think you're going to do there?
I'm honestly not sure. Personally, Dover for me can be a hit or a miss. So I'm really not sure, but I mean, Dover's a great track, so I'm gonna have a blast running around Dover. It's super close, super hard racing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a great time at Dover.
All right. Well, there you have it, Mr. Daniel Monahan, tonight's second place finisher. See you next week in Dover.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Hunter Kent to the tech shed, please. Hunter Kent to the tech shed.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just happy my power didn't go out because from the start of the race until right now, my house is shaking due to thunder, and this place is notorious for my power going out. So I'm just grateful my power didn't go out. We're under a tornado warning as well.
Oh, good Lord! Yeah, I knew you guys were getting some rain up there, man.
Dude, at one point it shook the whole house, and I was like, all right, come on, we've got 15 laps. And then we get to 10 to go, and I'm like, all right, we got 10 to go. Then we get to 5 to go, and I'm like, all right, come on, baby, make it.
Oh, good Lord, man. 25-second lead. That was pretty damn impressive, man.
Hey, well, when Daniel waxed my butt at Coda, which is a road course I struggle at apparently, I had to come back out here and show him who's boss at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, well, at least, yeah, he was saying that he wasn't used to running the boot. And the boot's kind of difficult in these trucks if you've never run it before. So if he didn't put a whole lot of time in it, man, those braking zones are totally different.
So we've run it here, the last 3 seasons, I think. You know, Doc always says we run the longest course of every road course. So
right.
I got used to it, over the years, and I really don't mind it. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I wish we would race the regular Watkins Glen just because I like it a lot too. But the boot adds a little extra, and man, if you overdrive any of the corners in the boot, your lap and your truck is done. Yeah,
yeah, that's what happened to both Mike and Daniel. They both messed up in the boot.
Right there in the beginning, I thought it was going to be a race. Daniel was within 2 seconds, and then he'd fall back to like 2.5, and then he'd beat a 1.5. And there's just certain parts of the track, like the boot, I feel like I was faster in, and then definitely up the hill. Daniel beat me into the bus stop, and then towards the end of the course, Daniel would get me in the shorter corners. But man, this 52 truck was on rails. All the shout out goes to Johnny Taylor for building these setups, man. Without Johnny, I wouldn't be as fast as I am. So big shout out to Johnny and everybody over at Nitro. But man, that was a lot of fun. I love this track, and we extended our points lead. Steven had some misfortunes before the race. Steven was like, "Hey Hunter, let's just not run this race and we won't gain or lose anything on each other." And I was like,
"Sorry
I don't
about
know,
your
man."
luck, buddy.
I was like, I know I can win this race, and I really want to win this race, and I want to extend the points lead, and I want to prove that I can go back to back championships. So that's what we were here to do. That's 52 and extend the points lead, and a couple more weeks, hopefully we can be crowned champion.
There you go. Next week we have Dover. That's right up your alley right there.
Yeah, short tracks, man. High bank concrete racetrack. A lot of throttle control. Really like Dover. So looking forward to racing there. First and foremost, just give a big shout out to you each and every week, Jim, for broadcasting over there at Burnt Rubber Racing. I got to get Keith to paint me a BRR car before the end of the season. Big shout out to all of our sponsors. Zader over there with NEPA Towing, donates a lot. Mean Dean Automotives, Greer and Associates, Butt Kicker, and then obviously powered by Nitro. Like I said, since I've switched teams, there's nowhere else I've wanted to be. These group of guys make me feel like family, and we get on each and every night. And right now we're stuck on Farm Sim, so when we're not racing iRacing, we're playing farming simulator. So we're getting our farming techniques down. But just a big shout out to everybody over there, and big shout out to Doc and everybody that puts on this VSpeed League, man. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully we can close the deal, and I guess we'll roll into Dover and try to put this 52 truck in victory lane again.
All right, well there you have it. Tonight's winner, current point champion or point leader and current champion, Mr. Hunter